Inspire your life with colors. Nippon Paint.
Over 150 international participants on Tuesday attended the first ever 3-day MICE Expo in Colombo to position Sri Lanka as a year-round business destination. Participants were from identified key markets from India, China, Russia, Australia, the Middle East, Singapore, Malaysia, Europe, Bangladesh and Pakistan. They figured in B2B meetings with local counterparts at the Shangri-La Colombo. The key event was organized by the Sri Lanka Convention Bureau in association with the national carrier Sri Lankan Airlines.
Knowledge all of our valued sponsor, Bureau and Sri Lankan Airlines organizers. We'd also look for their gracious hospitality at Cinnamon Life Integrated Evening. We also extend our appreciation to the classic during the Colombo MICE Fam Tour. So those are all of our sponsors. We thank them for their precious collaboration with us. We couldn't have done it without their support. So ladies and gentlemen, can we please hear a huge round of applause as we say a big thank you to all of our sponsors.
First and foremost, I think you have had a very good experience when I saw the videos. In a very short time as you arrive Sri Lanka, you've been to most of the places and there'll be few more that you'll be visiting. Do you see Sri Lanka as a place that's starving and people are suffering? That's the first thing that I wanted to ask. As a minister, my challenge when I took over was to make sure that Sri Lanka is a resilient nation and we will come back strong. 75 years of independence Sri Lanka have celebrated this year. We've gone through a 30-year brutal war, but the industry was always and a resilient and a very sound industry which never let us down. The hotel sector, the tourism sector, the travel sector actually is very independent. It's not much of government support, but it's just the guidance, but it is who they have run. Look at Sri Lanka and the hotels and the quality, and I'm sure you will be amazed. And I think you have only seen a little bit of Colombo, but Sri Lanka is not in Colombo. I have got into a bit of a trouble since of late when I have made a comment in ITV about Maldives. I need to rectify that here as well. I thought I'll take that opportunity because when I was at ITV, when I was asked the question, I said Sri Lanka is not Maldives. I would say Sri Lanka is not any other country. Sri Lanka is Sri Lanka. And we Sri Lankans are proud of Sri Lanka. So when I spoke, I said, Maldives only has a beach, but Sri Lanka has much more to offer. The Maldivians, my friends, have got a bit annoyed with me for that comment, but I apologize if there's any inconvenience caused to them by that. But my idea was to promote even Sri Lanka with Maldives, because Sri Lanka has a lot more. We have a lot of a deep history, culture, culinary, everything that you can ask for. So I would again say Sri Lanka is a diversified nation where there is something for everyone. Whether you're old, whether you're young, we have it all. So that's why I was saying Sri Lanka is different and Sri Lanka is not any other country. So I'm sure that you all have experienced it so far. And when it comes to MICE, I have to say Sri Lanka tourism have not really in the past thought about this strong. But it is an ideal time to realize our potential. And Sri Lanka seems to have all what it needs to host conferences. As we took over, Tata Steel, once I think about a month ago, had more than 600 of their staff having an event here. Looping is having next week, if I'm not mistaken, for over 750 people. The Indian Travel Association, the Thai, will have their AGM in Sri Lanka. I probably think it's in June. Just now I got a call from another friend of mine. ZTV is doing one of their reality shows in Jaffna. An entire episode with 20 celebrities fully filmed in Jaffna. Mammootty, the famous actor, was in Sri Lanka doing a movie. So many Indian celebrities do come quite often to Sri Lanka to perform in many of our casinos. So friends, if you ask me, your next MICE destination has to be Sri Lanka. It's a beautiful place, it's a beautiful country, and what we have the best is our hospitality. Sri Lankans are always welcoming, they're always smiling, and tonight, even for the event, I'm trying to get Mr. Sanat Jayasuriya, who's our ambassador for tourism, to be with you all for the dinner, so you all can have a conversation with him also. And when you have your MICE events, I'm sure I can get few cricketers to come and be with the Indian company officials as well. And as an ambassador, Sanat Jayasuriya also has been promoting Sri Lanka quite extensively. I'm not going to take it long. Today you all have a long session and you will meet Sri Lanka and its stakeholders. Please make the most out of it. And I'm sure, please, before you go, if possible, give your next MICE tour to Sri Lanka and make a confirmation. That's the best thing that you can do for Sri Lanka. There's so much of negative publicity on Sri Lanka, unfortunately, but I hope seeing is believing, they say. So one of the reasons why we got all of you all down on this expo was for you all to see what you hear is not true. On that note, I wish you all long life, a good day, and all the best to you. Thank you so much.
Take the training session outside. Only just like a second meetings or
These things also, but mainly we have focused on the tour in the city so that they can
yes. Do you have any transport or what?
For more latest news, subscribe to FTTV.